Okay, so back on the old pear tree, and I did take some bits off it the other day with a small still. I'm using the bigger still now. Let me just get it up. Here we go. Oh, big 39er. This is quite another old one. It's quite a nice tool though. I like using it. So let's just swap the old beanie for the old chainsaw helmet. Hopefully one day, I think next year I will try and do some beanies for myself, some Funky Farmer beanies. I know everyone likes that. I just haven't been able to do it on the Teespring website because they don't offer the hats, but I think everyone said to me they want beanies, so I will try and get some done, but they might have to be direct from me rather than through Teespring, but that's not a problem, is it? Anyway, that's off the subject. I wasn't really planning to talk about that. Let's get out there. I'll cut a few logs off today. I won't be able to get it all sawn up, but I can do my slicing. Slice. Like, is it pepperami, you know, on the pizza? Let's do that with the old pear tree. Okay, so well, I've gotten quite well with that piece. As you can see here, chopping away all the way along. This is the easy bit though, because these aren't very big. I've just stopped there. It's quite interesting. It is like a salami slicing, and like I said before, you can see the live bit, the lighter coloured live bit. There's quite a bit of live wood in it. I'm surprised. But a lot of dead in the other bits, but it's still alive all the way down the trunk. Coming along here, I've got some big sawing to do here. Oh, this is a big chunk. I don't know what I'm quite going to do with this. I might be just chuck bits out of it as I go, because that's a hell of a lot of sawing there. But then, to be honest, hell of a lot of lovely firewood. So I will have to, you know, might not get this done this year. This might sit here for a while because there's quite a lot to deal with. These bits here aren't so bad, but the logs are big. I'm gonna have to work out what to do with them because today I haven't got a log splitter. So whether I can section it with a chainsaw down or something, I don't know. I'm gonna keep slicing away for a while. Look at that lovely pile of firewood. I really appreciate the firewood more now. Now I'm sat by the fire in the evenings, and you do get through a lot of logs. So this has come down at the right time. Sad to lose it, but it'll be great on the fire. But don't worry, the replacements are behind me. That lovely orchard I planted 9 years ago is there, and if it lives as long as these trees live as long as this, I'll be doing all right. I think it's about 150 years old, this tree, so seen some action, seen some live stories and stuff. Right, see me swinging from it, and Harry swinging from that little swing. Right, do a little bit more, then I've got to go back to milking. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing now. I am cutting up the trunk to make the logs smaller, because I think really those rounds are too massive. So you can see there, it's not the easiest thing to do, but if I cut up that way as I go along, then when the logs fall off, they're not too big. It's still big enough for my fire. That's a lovely size of a log, that is. Don't really want much bigger than that. So yeah, but I also think my blade's getting a little bit blunt. You know, when you first get, ooh, I always mess this up. Drop my glove as well. Yeah, when you start, I always start with a nice sharp blade. It's brilliant, and then as it gets a bit dull, you know, I can sharpen a little bit myself with a little file, but I'm not that brilliant. But it's just getting a bit dull. But I mean, I'm nearly finished now for today, so I think just do a little bit more up there, and then we'll call that quits. I'm a bit daunted by that bit. Ooh, but they'll get there. It's like, I've done a lot of cutting over the years. You might have seen some of the vids where I've done it. It's always when a tree goes down, the old apple tree or ash or something. It's not a race, it's just a bit of time. But you can also see why a bag of logs is so expensive. I think people moan about the price of a bag of logs they buy, you know, 60 quid or something like that. But there's a lot of work in logs. By the time you've cut it out of the tree, made them a decent size, but also they've got to be dried. You can't flog someone. I couldn't sell these to someone. I've got to stick them somewhere for ages. I'm not going to use them myself until next year. It's a lot of effort to get those logs to someone's house, you know, and so they are worth every penny, really. These are like gold to me. I'm not letting these go. Okay, so you can see me there cutting up the logs and doing stuff with the chainsaw. I decided that I've got the boys with me, I've got my team. We're going to use the big old saw. We're going to have a go at cutting a log with a big old saw. Are you ready for big old saw?
Yeah, where is it?
Big old saw in the garage. That is it there. Look at this. What do you reckon, Jack?
It's massive.
Your muscles up to it?
No, I've got little skinny ones.
Have you? Right. Right. Someone take one end of that.
I'm going to zip.
You hold that end.
I haven't got gloves on.
Don't need gloves. Right, Harry, you're going to carry that end. Hold that end. All right. Off you go out to the.
Wobbly!
Out to the tree. We're gonna pretend we're like in the olden days before chainsaws were invented, and you've got to cut that tree with that saw. Do you think you can do it?
Don't scratch anything.
Let's see if I can. I'll have to open the gate. Come on, muscles.
Here we come.
Wow. Look at that.
That's what I done before.
Yeah, that's what you did right. So you can see the pile. I've piled them up now, and I've covered them in old silage wrap actually, just to stop them getting wet, because some of these logs were quite dry. So. Look at this. Now we do the big tree here.
What you meant down little?
Look at this. It's probably blunt as anything. Right, so lift it up. Now then, right, go in further. No, go along. You're gonna cut the whole trunk off. There you go. Along. Keep going. Right. Right, I'm going down the pub for lunch. I'll just leave you boys to saw all this up. Oh my goodness me. How is it going? Actually, do you know what? It is actually working. Look. It is cutting. Now, is that handle a bit loose, Harry? I think it's because it's old. It's probably it might be a little bit broken. So I'll have a go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harry. Okay, so we're on Harry Cam now.
Harry Cam.
I wonder if this is meant to move like that. Ready? Oh, got my saw stuck. It's stuck. Oh, I think this handle's loose. I don't think that's meant to go like that. To me, to you, to me, to you, to me. Oh, to me, to you, to me. Oh,
I hope you're not expecting us
I
to
think
do
that
the
we
entire
might
thing.
quit. I think we could be here a long time. Okay, so that was a bit of an experiment, really, a bit of fun, and just to show what these guys had to go through. So they have cut a little bit there. I imagine these blades would be tons sharp. Are you carrying on, are you? All right. If you'd like to saw that all up into logs for me.
Easy. Chainsaw.
Easier with a chainsaw, isn't it? So you can see what these people used to do. It's incredible, really, isn't it? What do you think about this for a job?
Odd.
You'd have blisters, wouldn't you?
No.
It's hats off to the old guys who did that. Right, let's go and have some lunch. We'll call that a day, shall we? Putting it back in the garage?
Do this
What?
bit. Do this bit.
Do that bit. Are you going to do that bit? Are you?
Down, push down.
You might get it stuck.
And so.
Well, there is some saw coming. No, I think we'll leave that to Dad with the chainsaw. Let's take it.
We've got this bit. We've got this bit.
You've got it, have you?
We can actually do this.
All right, go on then. Yeah, but you've still got a long way. I don't think you have got this. Yay! Well done, boys. That one's no. We'll call that a day. Come on, let's put it away. I'll do the rest of the chainsaw. Well done, team. High five. High five.
Boom.
Boom. Thank you.